This video is from the course Introduction. It's designed for complete beginners and assumes you have no knowledge of the subject matter. If you are interested in more beginner, intermediate, or advanced content, check out our website SUBMETA.io. After we break the grip from the headlock, we now have this arm available. So you can see Michael's turned away from me, facing away, and I have this arm trapped. So I'm going to start to look for a submission called the Kimura. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to allow my head to slip free from the arm. So from here, I keep my hands in place, and I'm going to duck my head out. Right. And now you'll see what I have is the tricep in front of my chest and the hand floating here. I'm going to take a figure 4 grip, just like we did with the Americana. So I'm going to grip the wrist with my right hand, and my left hand's going to feed through and grip my own wrist here, securing what we now call the Kimura grip. Okay, so the difference is now between this and the Americana is that I'm now on the back side of the wrist. The Americana, I was on the front side of the wrist. Okay, so we're now on the back side here, right? And now I can start to rotate. It's the opposite to the Americana, and then we're actually going to rotate the shoulder this way compared to the Americana, where we're rotating the shoulder this way. Okay. So we're going to take a figure 4 grip, and again, I want my fingers and thumb on the same side, not gripping underneath, where if Michael straightens his arm, he can slip out. Okay, so if they're on the opposite side, he can straighten out. But I want them both on the same side here, and I want to do the same thing on my own wrist. So with my hands secure in the Kimura grip, I now want to gain upper body control and immobilize Michael's upper body. So I'm going to bring my knee over the head and over the arm, okay, pinning his arm so he can't actually use this arm to help defend, or at least not well, okay. So I've now got my right knee down and my left knee down, pinching together, and I'm pretty much sitting weight on top of his head, making it hard for him to move. Michael can't sit up and escape from here, and I've got the Kimura grip ready to attack the finish. I now want to pull everything at 90 degrees. I want to pull his elbow 90 degrees from his body. I want to have his elbow bent 90 degrees here. And then I can start to rotate to finish the submission. Okay, so I pull up first. Everything's at 90 degrees. And then I rotate using mostly my body to turn Michael's hand outwards and get the submission. Okay. So common mistakes with the Kimura. First off, gripping the correct way. Okay, so I need to have the hand that's closest to the head gripping the wrist, and the hand that's closest to the legs coming underneath and grabbing my own wrist. Quite common when people first learn this to see them grip the other way, and you'll notice when I go in towards the finishing position, I have no leverage to take the arm this way. I need my hand on this side of the wrist to be able to push in that direction. Another very common mistake is to grip below the elbow line. So you see Michael's elbow's free from my grip here. If he pulls his elbow back, he gets out of the grip. I need to make sure that my arm and elbow sit behind Michael's elbow. And I kind of wedge if I curl my hand here, it secures the position. The Kimura is actually a really good control. And if Michael tries to free his elbow or even to roll back flat, it's quite difficult to do. If I have good tension with my wrists curling and my arm pushing that elbow bent, it really locks him in place. A very common mistake in finishing the Kimura from here is I see people trying to use their arms too much. So I want to really stick the arm to my body, posture up, and rotate with my body. You see how to lift up, I've attached the tricep to my chest. So when I posture up, the arm follows. And when I rotate, it's mostly with my body turning, okay? If I separate here, and now it's my his triceps separated from my body, I start using my hands. If Michael's fighting that, so yeah, even just grab your own arm. Like this can be a really tough fight. And even if I get it open and I'm trying to fight it across here, this is difficult too. If I use my arms, it becomes about strength. I want to be using my core and using my core again to gain a lot more power behind the submission. Right. Lastly, not keeping things 90 degrees. Sometimes you'll see people keeping the arm bent and it becomes very hard even to like take the arm across without doing this. I really want to pull up and away from the body first. Everything's at 90 degrees and tight, and then turning across. In summary, we've broken the headlock grip. I tuck my head out and I'm going to capture the Kimura grip, the figure 4 grip as a Kimura grip here. And from there, I'm going to bring my knee over the top of the head, over the armpit, and sit my weight on his head. I put my chest tight to the back of the tricep. I'm going to posture up, pulling the arm 90 degrees, and then rotate to finish the Kimura. I hope you enjoyed this video from the course Introduction on SUBMETA.io. If you go to SUBMETA.io, you can watch this course for free, uninterrupted, with exercises to help you with recall. Also for free, we have the follow-up course to this, Foundations 1 Escapes, which builds on the content you'll be learning in this course.